What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Friday, July 14th, 2017, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Saturday Night Live and the sci-fi epic Westworld led the field with 22 nods apiece when the Emmy Award nominations for Excellence in Television were announced. Jamar Moore and Anna Chlumsky read the names aloud Thursday morning. Winners will be celebrated at a gala at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles on September 14th, with Stephen Colbert serving as the host. The ceremony is to air on CBS. The nominees for Best Drama are Better Call Saul, The Crown, The Handmaid's Tale, House of Cards, Stranger Things, This Is Us, and Westworld. Up for Best Comedy are Veep, Atlanta, Blackish, Masters of None, Modern Family, Silicon Valley, and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Shortlisted for Best Actress in a Drama Series are Claire Foy for The Crown, Elizabeth Moss for The Handmaid's Tale, Robin Wright for House of Cards, Evan Rachel Wood for Westworld, Viola Davis for How to Get Away with Murder, and Kerry Russell for The Americans. In the running for Best Actor in a Drama Series are Sterling K. Brown for This Is Us, Anthony Hopkins for Westworld, Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul, Matthew Rhys for The Americans, Levi Schreiber for Ray Donovan, and Milo Ventimiglia for This Is Us. The nominees for Best Actress in a Comedy Series are Ellie Kempler for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Allison Janney for Mom, Julia Louis-Dreyfus for Veep, Tracy Ellis Ross for Blackish, Lily Tomlin for Grace and Frankie, Jane Fonda for Grace and Frankie, and Pamela Adlon for Better Things. Mentioned for Best Actor in a Comedy Series are Jeffrey Tambor for Transparent, Aziz Ansari for Masters of None, Donald Glover for Atlanta, Anthony Anderson for Blackish, William H. Macy for Shameless, and Zach Galifianakis for Baskets. Nominated for Best Limited Series are Big Little Lies, Fargo, Feud, Genius, and A Night Of. Competing for the title for Best TV Movie are Black Mirror, Dolly Parton's Christmas of Many Colors, Circle of Love, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, Sherlock the Lion Detective, and The Wizard of Lies. The category for Best Actress in a Limited Series or Television Movie include Nicole Kidman for Big Little Lies, Jessica Lange for Feud, Susan Sarandon for Feud, Reese Witherspoon for Big Little Lies, Carrie Coon for Fargo, and Felicity Huffman for American Crime. The nominees for Best Actor in a Limited Series or TV Movie are Riz Ahmed for The Night Of, Benedict Cumberbatch for Sherlock the Lion Detective, Robert De Niro for The Wizard of Lies, Ewan McGregor for Fargo, Jeffrey Rush for Genius, and John Turturro for The Night Of. The Best Supporting Actress in a Drama contenders are Uzo Aduba for Orange Is the New Black, Millie Bobby Brown for Stranger Things, Ann Dow for The Handmaid's Tale, Chrissy Metz for This Is Us, Thandie Newton for Westworld, and Samir Wiley for The Handmaid's Tale. Vying for Best Supporting Actor in a Drama are Jonathan Banks for Better Call Saul, David Harbour for Stranger Things, Ron Cephas Jones for This Is Us, Michael Kelly for House of Cards, John Lithgow for The Crown, Mandy Patinkin for Homeland, and Jeffrey Wright for Westworld. Up for Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy are Vanessa Bayer for Saturday Night Live, Anna Chlumsky for Veep, Leslie Jones for Saturday Night Live, Judith Light for Transparent, Catherine Hahn for Transparent, and Kate McKinnon for Saturday Night Live. Shortlisted for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy are Louis Anderson for Baskets, Alec Baldwin for Saturday Night Live, Ty Burrell for Modern Family, Titus Burgess for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Tony Hale for Veep, and Matt Walsh for Veep. A complete list of the contenders may be found at Emmys.com. Filmmaker David Ayer has exited Universal's upcoming Scarface reboot starring Rogue One, the Star Wars story alum Diego Luna. Ayer's take on the source material, which would have taken place in Los Angeles, was deemed too dark by the studio, noted the Hollywood Reporter. The director had signed on to helm the project in place of Antoine Fuqua, who left the film due to the scheduling conflicts with a sequel to The Equalizer. Universal is said to be looking for a new director to get Scarface up and running in the fall, Variety reported. The reboot is being produced by Dylan Clark and Martin Bregman, who produced the 1983 version of Scarface starring Al Pacino that was set in 1980s Miami. Ayer currently has Bright, starring Will Smith and Joel Egerton, set for release in Netflix in December. The 49-year-old is also developing Gotham City Sirens, which will feature Margot Robbie reprising her role as Harley Quinn alongside fellow Batman villains Catwoman and Poison Ivy. Actor Joe Pesci will reunite with Robert De Niro and Martin Scorcese in the upcoming The Irishman. The movie is based on the book I Heard You Paint Houses, about a gangster's deathbed confession regarding the death of Teamsters boss Jimmy Hoffa. Pesci will play Russell Bulafanio, a mafia boss suspected of being involved with the suspected murder of Hoffa, whose body has never been found. Pesci and De Niro each starred in Scorsese's most well-known gangster movies, Goodfellas and Casino, as well as his legendary biopic of Bronx boxer Jake LaMotta in Raging Bull. Deadline reported that Pesci had turned down the role several times but finally signed on. The Irishman will also star Al Pacino, another New York actor who has done famous turns as tough guys and mafia men. But this movie will mark the first time Pacino has worked with either Scorsese or Pesci. Pacino previously worked opposite De Niro in 1995's Heat, directed by Michael Mann. Director-producer Susan Lacey's documentary about Oscar-winning filmmaker Steven Spielberg is to premiere on HBO October 7th. Lacey interviewed more than 80 people for Spielberg, including J.J. Abrams, Christian Bale, Drew Barrymore, Cate Blanchett, Francis Ford Coppola, Daniel Craig, Daniel Day-Lewis, Brian De Palma, Laura Dern, Leonardo DiCaprio, Richard Dreyfuss, Ralph Fiennes, Harrison Ford, David Geffen, Tom Hanks, Dustin Hoffman, Holly Hunter, Jeffrey Katzenberg, Ben Kingsley, Kathleen Kennedy, George Lucas, Liam Neeson, Martin Scorsese, Oprah Winfrey, and Robert Zemeckis. A press release says one of the most famous filmmakers in the world, Steven Spielberg, pulls back the curtain on his remarkable career more than ever before in the exclusive HBO presentation. This feature-length documentary examines Spielberg's filmology in depth, revealing how his experience fed his work and changed over time. Among Spielberg's blockbusters are Jaws, Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan, Lincoln, and Bridge of Spies. The first two seasons of Amazon Studios' Transparent are set to debut on Sundance TV. The press release announcing the streaming show's August 9th cable's premiere says multiple back-to-back episodes will air weekly during this limited network television event. Created by Jill Soloway and now headed into its fourth season on Amazon Prime, the drama is about the dysfunctional Pfeifferman family and how the members' lives change following the gender transition of their patriarch, played by Jeffrey Light. The ensemble also includes Judith Light, Gabby Hoffman, Jay Duplass, and Amy Lankdecker. Kit Harington says the greatest gift of Game of Thrones was meeting his girlfriend Rose Leslie. The 30-year-old British actor gushed about Leslie in an interview with news.com.au while discussing HBO's show's impending ending. Harington, who plays Jon Snow, confessed, "Thrones has been with me through all of my 20s. It's been a journey, a strange journey. It's remarkable having come into a show not having done any previous work in TV or film, and it's become this crazy big cultural phenomenon." He says, "I met my girlfriend on the show, and that has been the greatest gift of all." Leslie portrayed Jon Snow's love interest, the wildling Ygritte, in season 2, 3, and 4 of Game of Thrones. Harington said he also developed close friendships with several of his co-stars, whom he hopes to stay in touch with after the show ends. The actor jokingly said, "I certainly hope one of the people who will remain in my life is Rose." He also added, "I'll stay in touch with Alfie Allen, played by Theon Greyjoy, and I'm still friends with Richard Madden, who played Robb Stark, John Bradley, who played Samuel Tarly, and Liam Cunningham, who played Davos Seaworth. We all met up and had dinner." Harington and Leslie were first linked in 2012 and made their red carpet debut as a couple at the 2016 Olivia Awards. The actor said in the June-July issue of Esquire that he and Leslie have moved in together. He told the magazine, "It's as much her relationship as it is mine, and I can't speak for the both of us. But yeah, we are very, very happy, so that's what I'll say about that." Harington will return as Jon Snow in Game of Thrones Season 7, which premieres on Sunday. The series will come to a final close with Season 8. Corinne Olympios has announced that she will be appearing on an upcoming Bachelor in Paradise reunion special after exiting the ABC reality series. Olympios said in a statement to Us Weekly, "I am very happy to be appearing on the Bachelor in Paradise special. The announcement comes after the reality star exited the show in June after ABC halted production on the series due to, quote, allegations of misconduct. Olympios was at the center of the scandal, which involved an alleged incident between the 25-year-old and fellow castmate Demario Jackson after the pair was seen getting intimate with each other. Olympios said as she exited the series, "I felt victimized by the fact that others were judging me through conflicting and unsubstantiating reports, while I myself had no recollection of the events that transpired. My team's investigation into this matter has now been completed to my satisfaction. I am also happy about the changes that have been made to the production of Bachelor in Paradise." She continued, "While I am extremely grateful for the opportunity to have been a participant on The Bachelor, and while I was invited to return to Bachelor in Paradise when production resumed, I respectfully made the decision not to." Warner Bros. Television also concluded that their own investigation into the allegations and found no evidence of misconduct. Jackson recently shared that he will be returning for The Bachelor in Paradise and Bachelorette Men Tell All reunion shows. He says, "I owe it to my castmates. They've been very supportive of me throughout this whole entire thing, and I want to thank them all personally, face to face, give them all hugs and bro out or sis out or whatever. They've been so helpful," he said, returning to TMZ. ABC has yet to formally announce plans for a Bachelor in Paradise reunion special. Bachelor in Paradise begins with a 2-night premiere on August 14th and 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Conan O'Brien teams up with Kate Upton to deem upcoming run-and-gun indie game Cuphead in a new edition of Clueless Gamer. Enamored by the supermodel, O'Brien begins the long-running Conan segment by sitting down with Upton for a nice champagne-filled dinner. As the pair picks up their controllers and experience the co-op game, O'Brien suggests that they share a controller in an attempt to get closer to Upton and to better take on the title's challenging boss battles. After completing the level together, O'Brien said it felt like they had become one person. Upton joked, "I was able to help you experience winning." Cuphead, developed by studio MDHR, features a unique look inspired by cartoons of the 1930s as players work together to shoot down enemies as either Cuphead or his partner Mugman. The title is set for release on the Xbox One and PC on September 29th. Newsroom and X-Men Apocalypse actress Olivia Munn is to co-star in Season 2 of History's drama series 6. Munn's character Gina is described in a press notes as a ruthless and smart CIA operative. The production on the show's 10-episode second season is scheduled to begin this month in Vancouver. The series is inspired by the real missions of the Navy SEALs Team 6, the U.S. military unit best known for killing terror mastermind Osama bin Laden. Among the returning cast members of 6 are Barry Sloan, Kyle Schmidt, Juan Pablo Raba, Edwin Hodge, Brianne Davis, Nadine Velasquez, Dominic Adams, Jaylene Moore, and Lindsley Register. TNT says it has renewed its Florida nail salon drama Claws for a second season to air in 2018. Starring Niecy Nash, Carrie Preston, Judy Reyes, Karrueche Tran, Jen Lyon, Jack Kelsey, Kevin Rankin, Jason Atun, Harold Pertino, and Dean Norris. Claws is executive produced by Rashida Jones, Will McCormick, showrunner Janine Sherman Barrios, and director Howard Deutsch. Its Season 1 finale is set for August 13th. Sarah Aubrey, the executive vice president of original programming for TNT, said in a statement Wednesday, "Look on Manatee County. These ladies are coming back for more. These strong-willed, hilarious women represent the diverse voices this network is all about. Claws has certainly struck a chord with audiences and continues to attract new viewers each week." Tamron Hall will team with Weinstein Television on a forthcoming talk show. The 46-year-old broadcast journalist will return to television as the co-creator, host, and executive producer of a new daytime talk show according to Variety. The series will focus on current events, human interest stories, and interviews with celebrities and other newsmakers. Barry Wallach, the former president of the domestic distribution of NBC, will serve as a consultant. The Weinstein Company co-chairman Harvey Weinstein said in a statement, "I've been working towards developing a talk show for a long time, but needed to make sure I did it the right way and with the right person to take the lead. Tamron is far and away that person." He lauded, "She's an exceptionally talented journalist whose interviews masterfully walk the line between entertainment and hard-hitting. We couldn't be more thrilled to begin this new venture with her." The new venture comes nearly 6 months after Hall's departure from NBC News, including her position at Today. Her former Today co-hosts Hoda Kotb and Willie Gase were among those to offer their congratulations on the new show. Kotb tweeted, "Congrats at Tamron Hall. You're going to be superb." Guest added, "She's back. Congrats to my old wing woman, T. Hall." Cassadee Pope and Rian Dawson have called off their engagement. The 27-year-old singer and 29-year-old all-time low drummer recently split from getting engaged in February, people confirmed Wednesday. A rep told Nashville Gab they have amicably ended their relationship but remained friends, supportive of each other's careers, and maintain the utmost respect for each other. Pope and Dawson announced their engagement February 10th after 7 years of dating. The singer later told People Dawson surprised her by proposing in their living room with their puppy Cuppy present. She told the magazine, "I had no idea. It was such a surprise. It was perfect in our own home that we love with our little son." The star added at the time, "We want to take our time with planning and enjoying being engaged." Pope previously told Taste of Country that Dawson has been, quote, "an amazing supporter of hers for years." She came to fame after winning The Voice Season 3 and last released the EP Summer in June 2016. Chris O'Dowd recently welcomed the second son with wife Dawn O'Porter. The 37-year-old Irish actor announced in a tweet Wednesday that O'Porter gave birth to a baby boy Valentine this month. He captioned a photo of his son in a duckling onesie. "We had a baby boy last week. Woohoo. His nappy expenses are ridiculous, so this baby is going cheap. Hashtag daddy joke, hashtag Valentine." Porter, a 38-year-old British writer and television personality, shared the same picture on her Instagram account. She wrote, "Happy to announce I'm a proud owner of this chirpy little chap. Born July 1st, his name is Valentine O'Porter, and he is so delicious. 2 sons, my goodness. Hashtag so in love." O'Porter and O'Dowd married in 2012 and welcomed their first child, son Art, in January 2015. The writer said in a post in June that O'Dowd was dotting on her ahead of Valentine's birth. She said, "When you are heavily pregnant and decide to steam clean all your furniture, then can't move your hips, so lie down, and your husband brings you a cheese and onion sandwich with a side of veggie chips because he knows what makes everything better again," she wrote June 12th. O'Dowd is known for playing Roy Treneman on The It Crowd, Sean Murphy on Moonboy, and Officer Rhodes in the movie Bridesmaid. He will star in the Epix series adaptation of Get Shorty, which premieres August 13th. Topless protesters from the feminist group FemMen interrupted a jazz concert in Germany recently that featured Woody Allen and his New Orleans jazz band. 2 women ran on stage at the sold-out Ifer Philharmonium concert hall as Allen was 21 minutes into his performance. The activists were seen wearing flowers in their hair and messages written on their bodies from the filmmaker's adopted daughter Dylan Farrow's 2014 letter that stated Allen sexually abused her as a child. Security guards were quickly able to remove the protesters as Allen looked on. The 82-year-old, who was playing the clarinet, and his band then continued with their performance. And the activist said in a statement translated in German, "Although the incident occurred decades ago, Dylan, now 31, is still suffering the consequences. Woody Allen is not just the neurotic and charming director, actor, and musician, but a father who likes to stick his finger in his daughter. We like to remind the world and jazz fans of that fact." Farrow accused Allen of sexual abuse in 2014 as part of an op-ed piece in the New York Times. Allen has denied the allegations and has never been charged. In May 2016, Dylan's brother Ronan penned an essay for The Hollywood Reporter in which he cited the danger in leaving accusations against his father alone. He says that kind of silence isn't just wrong, it's dangerous, it sends a message to victims that is not worth the anguish of coming forward. It sends a message about who we are as a society, what we overlook, who will ignore, who matter, and who doesn't. Kim Kardashian West is standing by her decision to clothe her daughter in a corset-inspired dress. The 36-year-old reality star responded to criticism Wednesday on Twitter after Northwest, her 4-year-old daughter with Kanye West, was spotted wearing what appeared to be a corset this week. She wrote to her 54 million followers, "I would never put my daughter in a corset. It is a dress I bought that is cotton fabric that laces up and looks like a corset, just decoration." Kardashian accompanied her tweet with a video of herself showing the dress up close. The star said in the clip, "That dress that I did not design, I actually bought, is not a corset. It's just fabric on the front that looks like a corset." She added, "I think it's really cute. I bought it from a designer. It's just fabric, people. It's not a real corset." Kardashian's post followed a barrage of criticism of Norris's dress online. Some were initially concerned the outfit was clinching Norris's waist, while others said the dress sexualized a 4-year-old. One person wrote on Instagram, "What has the world come to? We're starting to dress babies in corsets and satins. Watch people say it's a trend." Another person added, "It's one thing for Kim to dress a certain way. It's another to dress a little girl in sexualized attire." Kardashian defended herself earlier in the week after a Twitter user thought they spotted cocaine on the star's hotel table. The reality star shut down the reports by showing the white line on the table was just a pattern of the marble furniture. Passing to report, Fresh Kid Ice, real name Christopher Wong, a founding member of the rap group 2 Live Crew, is dead at the age of 53. The group's manager, Debo, confirmed Fresh Kid Ice's death to Rolling Stone Thursday, saying that the rapper died due to a medical condition. Fellow 2 Live Crew members Uncle Luke, real name Luther Campbell, shared his condolences on Twitter, writing, "My condolences goes out to the family, Chris Wong, Fresh Kid Ice of the 2 Live Crew, who just passed away. People, we lost a legend." Fresh Kid Ice founded 2 Live Crew with DJ Mr. Mix and Amazing V in 1984 before joining up with Uncle Luke. The hip-hop collective rose to fame in the 1980s and throughout Miami with their highly sexual lyrics. The band is known for defending the First Amendment rights when their album As Nasty As They Wanna Be was accused of being legally obscene. Fresh Kid Ice went on to release his debut solo album, The Chinaman, in 1992, and launched his own record label, Chinaman Records. Born in Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago, Fresh Kid Ice was of Trinidadian and Chinese descent, with many deeming him as the first prominent Asian rapper. He was 53. 9 Inch Nails is back with a song titled Less Than that will appear on the band's upcoming 5-song EP, Add Violence. 9 Inch Nails frontman Trent Reznor sings on the track, "Did you fix what was wrong with you? Are you less than?" A music video released for Less Than Thursday featured footage from a neo-color video game with flashing lights and psychedelic images. 9 Inch Nails, which now consists of Reznor and Atticus Ross, who has worked with Reznor on various film soundtracks, is planning on releasing Add Violence on July 21st. The release is the second part of the band's planned 3-part EP series that started with Not the Actual Events in December. 9 Inch Nails is set to headline the 2017 Riot Fest in September inside Chicago's Douglas Park, alongside Jawbreaker and Queens of the Stone Age. Loretta Lynn will postpone additional tour dates and the release of her new album as she continues to recuperate from a stroke. The 85-year-old country music legend said in a statement on her website Wednesday that she's focusing on, quote, making a full recovery after having a stroke in May. Lynn wrote, "Thank you so much for all your prayers, love, and support. I'm happy to say that I am home with my family and getting better by the day. My main focus now is making a full recovery so that I can get back to putting all of me into what I love, sharing my music with you." She explained, "My new album, Wouldn't It Be Great, was originally scheduled to come in August this year. I now want to wait to release it next year because this record is so special to me. It deserves me at my best, and I can't wait to share." The star added, "I want to thank everyone for hanging in there with me. I'm getting stronger every day and can't wait to get back out there with all of you. I'm just letting everybody know that Willie Nelson ain't dead yet, and neither am I, and I can't wait to see all of you on the road." Lynn's official Facebook page confirmed May 5th that the singer was admitted to the hospital after having a stroke in her home in Hurricane Mills, Tennessee, the night previous. Her website shared an update May 15th saying that Lynn was doing great in the wake of her stroke. The post read, "Loretta wants to thank everybody for their prayers, love, and support. Loretta has been moved from the hospital facility into the rehabilitation, and we're happy to report she is doing great." Lynn announced Wouldn't Be Great a day before her 85th birthday in April. She was to perform July 21st in Dubai, Iowa, before performances at different shows across the country through May 18th. And finally, Ariana Grande felt moved in honor after being made an honorary citizen of Manchester, Great Britain this week. The 24-year-old singer thanked officials in a post early Thursday after they named her an honorary citizen for her involvement in the One Love benefit concert following a deadly attack in Manchester in May. She wrote on Instagram, "I don't know what to say. Words don't suffice. I'm moved and honored. My heart is very much still there. I love you. Thank you." The Guardian reported Manchester officials voted unanimously at a meeting Wednesday to award Grande with the distinction. Council leader Richard Lees put forward the motion describing Grande as a young American woman for whom it would have been understandable if she never wanted to see this place again. Lees says, but no, instead she, as an artist and performer, was determined that she would not perform again until she had to return to Manchester to perform. And he also added, in doing so, she brought comfort to thousands. She raised millions for the We Love Manchester Emergency Fund and became the first patron of that fund. And that's why I propose that Ariana Grande is made the first honorary citizen of the city of Manchester. Grande helped organize One Love concert after 22 people were killed in a bombing May 22nd at her show in Manchester. She and other stars, including Justin Bieber and Katy Perry, performed at the One Love event, which raised more than $3 million for victims. And as your entertainment report for Friday, July 14th, 2017, I'm your host, Mr. Tamron Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone have a great weekend. Good night, and God bless you all.